Have you ever noticed how your brain functions differently in different aspects of your day? How sometimes you feel like on top of the world, like you can do everything, you're going to conquer everything you need to. And there are just certain things that can happen that just throw off your day. That definitely happened to me today. So let me tell you about what happened today. I woke up, I had a great night's sleep, very rarely happens. I was able to get a good morning routine in place. I made a delicious, very healthy lunch for myself. Everybody was great. We got to school early, so we were in the car line. I was the first one, which means I can pull out right away when I drop them off. And I get to work, open my backpack. I left my computer at home. I don't think you understand how important it is for a school-based speech pathologist to have their computer. It is where everything is. I even tried to sign in using my iPad, which I did have in my backpack, and all of the systems that are in place, I can't access using my iPad. So I was stuck. It was a day. It was a day, you guys. It is what it is. I'm gonna go home and catch up on everything I didn't get done while I was at work. It's great. But another thing that I've noticed is how impacted I am by any type of like clutter that's in my house. Now, any of you moms out there who have kids, typically I would say elementary age, maybe teenagers, I don't know, I'm not there yet. The amount of just chaos that I feel when their stuff is everywhere, there's extra laundry to do, I'm too tired to do it when I get home. Like, there's so much. A reset when it comes to decluttering is necessary. Now, here's the thing. As I mentioned, I have 2 kids. I have a very busy schedule. I work 40 minutes from where I live, so I do spend at least an hour, if not more, in the car every day, not including the time I'm sitting in car line, knowing that it is something that can affect my emotional well-being and the way that I can just handle life, I guess. Do you ever get like that? Do you ever feel like, okay, this is something I don't feel like getting to, but then you go to start doing something you need or want to get done, you feel like you can't even get it done because of the clutter? Let's talk about some of the things that we can be affected by when it comes to how clutter messes with your mind. Let's consider that stress connection that we see here. Clutter can definitely have an impact on your brain and overall mental well-being. And here on the Next Fitness Thing, we know that part of what we look at is your whole self. So we look at fitness, we look at your mental health, your emotional well-being, spiritual health, whatever it is, like we kind of look at it from all angles. That is something that is very much valued by our CEO, Alexis Craig. Clutter really impacts my brain. Just a cluttered environment just can lead to feeling like that overwhelmed, anxious nature. And it took me a long time to realize was what was happening to me. The reason I felt so scattered was because I couldn't find what I needed. It's like you can't even organize your brain when your physical space is not organized. That's something that has happened to me quite often. And living with, and I have, ADHD. I was diagnosed at 22 years of age. I've learned a lot of strategies over the years, but one thing that is just, it is what it is consistency is something I struggle with, and organizing and keeping things organized is something I struggle with. And that really impacts my ability to move forward and get things done in a timely manner. I'm saying all these things, and I know that it happens. I know that it's a fact because I totally feel that when I'm in those moments. And again, like until more recently, like in the last few years, I didn't realize how much of that was due to the clutter. I kind of just associated it with just having my ADHD. But one of the strategies that I've now learned is a big thing that supports that is the more organized, clutter-free environment, which is hilarious because I happen to have a hobby that is so much the opposite of clutter-free. It is insane. I will definitely give you a clip of that. It is a disaster. My poor husband, like he is just a saint dealing with me.
Let's get into this 5-minute brain fix. That's right. The goal is to do this daily for 5 minutes. It is about progress, not perfection. First thing you want to do is to choose your space. Pick a small area to focus on. This could be like your desk, countertop in the kitchen, a section of your living room, or even a single drawer. Keep it small, and that will help make things feel more manageable. Next, you are going to want to gather some supplies. Grab a trash bag for items to throw away, and then a box or a basket for items that might need to be returned to a proper place. You might want to also grab a cloth for quick cleaning. We are not scrubbing down anything today, it is just a quick dusting. Next, you want to sort all the items that you have out and that are cluttering your space. This should be a quick 2-minute process. You want to quickly go through the area you chose, trash any items that are broken, expired, no longer needed, and then return other items that belong elsewhere and put them inside that basket or box so that you can put them away. If not now, then later. And the last step is to put away the items that were in that box or basket, putting them back in their designated places, and then dispose of the trash bag. So leaving that space, whatever space you chose, exactly how you want it when you're done. This process should take no more than 5 minutes, and I highly recommend you set a timer so that you keep yourself on schedule. As you get used to this routine, you can increase the time or the areas that you want to tackle each day. I hope that this routine will help you feel more in control of your environment, reducing the overall clutter buildup and ultimately your stress level. And it'll ensure that you don't avoid your next workout because you're overwhelmed by the clutter in your space. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.